Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BinaryEduc8's presentation of Create Successful Binary Options Trading Strategies and In-Depth Analysis. It's great to have you back. The original webinar was a great success. Some great feedback, some great emails, some questions, some suggestions, and we've taken all that together and we've put together for you a great webinar to help you get started and continue on your way to binary options success. What I'd like to do now is to actually take you to the BinaryEduc8.com website and to show you around, show you what's there and what we have to offer and what is available to you. For those of you already registered to the BinaryEduc8.com website, I hope that you have already visited and seen what we have and the value of what we're offering. And those of you who have not, it's obviously not too late to register, and let's have a look. Okay, so when you're on the BinaryEduc8.com homepage, there's a little information about who we are, what we're doing, and a link to the upcoming webinar, which is today's webinar. And on the left, you see the navigation. So we're going to go to log into the website so we can actually have a look. When you log into the website, you will be brought to the members area. From the members area, you will see what's offered. There are buttons on the right, as you see, which is the trading dashboard, the video library, the strategy guides, and on the left as well, on the menu bar, you have the different parts, again, the dashboard, the library, and the strategy guides, which you can access from either area. Let's take a look first at some of the resources that come with the BinaryEduc8 site. What we do have first is our video library, which includes both the existing webinars as well as available videos. Give me 1 second, sorry guys. What we've put on the site is the first webinar, which we already had, which is now available to all who are registered to rewatch at their convenience, as well as we'll have the additional 2 webinars as well. And you have basic strategy videos, which are here actually, and advanced strategy videos. We got some feedback on the existing videos on the site, and we were asked for longer videos with more explanation, and we are in the process of developing and producing those videos, and we will have them up soon. This is a great resource to have, you know, to review what we've learned already, to learn more strategies, basic, advanced, all different levels. As we talked about on the original webinar, one of the most important things in being successful in your binary options trading is educating yourself, which will help set you apart from, you know, the rest of the binary world, which will help you to be successful. As well as that, and some of the bonuses, what we did have are the strategy guides. What you will have are the 2 guides, one which gives you more basic trading strategies, which you can then apply and use to produce more signals to improve your trading, as well as a candlestick guide, which again can be used to the same end. Okay, so you see the strategy guides, there's a support button, and that's how you get in contact with us. The other half of what we said on the first webinar was not only is education important, but being able to automate your trading to help you improve your performance in terms of your time allocation and in terms of your discipline, as we said, and in terms of the ability to improve your slippage is through the trading dashboard, which is, again, your automatic trader. So now we're going to have a look at the actual trader and what it does and how to use it. Okay, guys, so I'd like to tell you who we have on today with us, who's going to be helping us present after we finalize the walkthrough of the actual site. We have with us today one of my mentors and truly a professional trader with much experience, Terry North. Just a few things about Terry so you understand who we have that is going to be teaching us today. Terry has traded in the financial markets for about 15 years, trading in all different assets, including stocks, commodities, forex, and binary options. What he has gained in all areas of this trading, he has adjusted and can now be used in terms of binary options, which is perfect for us, and he's going to help us with that. Terry has produced a large range of forex and binary options products, including those such as daily market reviews, ebooks and articles, successful trading strategies, as well as he is an expert advisor in the MT4 platform. Terry will explain to you shortly what the MT4 platform is, what the benefits of the MT platform is, and how it will help you in your trading. His clients include many large financial institutions and hedge funds. Again, Terry has designed a series of strategies for binary options and forex, which have now become a prime source of income-provided lucrative returns on a consistent basis. Terry is also currently heading a team of trading professionals and technical experts. So Terry is the leader of the team of experts. Okay, let's have a look at the BinaryEduc8 Auto Trader dashboard. When you register for BinaryEduc8 trading package and the website, you will be automatically registered to one of our trusted binary option brokers as a default. What we've changed since the last time upon request is that you have a selection of brokers at your fingertips. So if you look to the left, again, you have been registered with one of our trusted brokers, but if you look at the register with brokers drop-down, it gives you the full availability of the brokers that are available to use and integrated with the auto trader. Just one point: if you're in the U.S. at this time, the choices are Cherry Trade or B Options. If you're not in the U.S., the choices are any of the brokers listed, including Interactive Option, Bank to Binary, and so on. I'd like to show you how easy it is to register with brokers. And if you look under my broker dashboard in my setup, I actually have accounts set up with Cherry Trade and Interactive Option. It's as easy as clicking on the one that you're interested in trading with, meaning that you can have multiple accounts. You can be trading with two different brokers. You can determine why and how you wanted to trade with those brokers based on any criteria that's important to you, whether it's payout percentage, whether it's your comfort level. As you go, you might realize, well, I have accounts with Cherry and Interactive. I prefer to trade on Cherry, so now you can trade on Cherry, and so on and so forth. So it's really at your fingertips. You have the ability at any time, again, to register with additional brokers. If you notice that brokers have different payouts on certain assets, and those do change from time to time, so I do suggest having a look from time to time at the brokers' platforms. You again may want to trade certain assets on one broker and certain assets on another, which gives you the option with the numerous brokers listed to have that option. We intend going forward to add more trusted brokers that we feel add value for you guys, and you can have a look back on the website at any time to see what's available. If you go within the trader dashboard, here we're looking at my Cherry Trade account, which has $5,000, and it's really as easy. Again, once you register, you're registered with the broker. You need to make a deposit so that you can start trading with the auto trader. What you want to do is click on deposit. It will take you to the Cherry Trade site because that's the broker we're talking about. Now you're on the Cherry Trade site. You're going to want to make a deposit, so you're going to want to log in. As you see here, it pops up. You put in the same email and password that you used to register with BinaryEduc8, and it's easy from there to make a deposit. Once you make your deposit, we'll come back to the BinaryEduc8 site, and deposit's made, the funds show in your account, and you're ready to trade. If you have a look on the right side of the page, you'll see create a signal. This actually is the trading interface where you're going to enter your signals. You can do this in the morning. You can sit, do your research, look at your charts, um, and determine what your criteria for your trade are, the entry price. You determine how much you want to trade. You pick your asset. You pick your direction, which is obviously call or put, up or down. You pick your expiration time, and expiration times are given in ranges of time, as most of the binary option platforms have expirations not based on minutes from the current time, but based on certain predetermined intervals. So we always suggest with the techniques you're going to learn from us that you use expiries of at least 1 hour. So more often than less, you will be using the between 1 and 2 hour interval. But if you find that you have strategies that you'd like to apply and use the auto trader for as well, that you feel are better in other intervals, whether it's 50 to 30 minutes and so on, you have the ability to do so. Just for the last part on the entry form is, when do you want the signal to cancel? Your research and your signal development is based on certain intervals, and you will determine that you want this signal to be open and pending until it activates for a certain given amount of time. And that's what this tells you. It tells you from now, which in Eastern time is 6:15, okay, which in GMT time, because it's based on GMT, as most of the brokers are, which is 5 hours later. So right now it's just past 6 GMT. If I put in a trade just past 6 GMT, which is 18, then I can have it cancel any time from now for 24 hours. So I can have it cancel in 2 hours, I can have it cancel at midnight, I can have it cancel 5 in the morning, and so on and so forth. It's that simple. Once you put in the information, you'll click on Add Signal. It'll drop down into the pending trades. It'll show as pending. As soon as the time comes that the price is hit, it will move from pending to open trades. And as soon as the trade executes and finalizes, it will move into your trading history. Just one thing to point out is that pending trades does not mean necessarily that it will activate. There are some conditions, obviously, including the entry price. From time to time, you will have a trade that will not execute because at the time that you entered it and you gave the range of the execution, that expiry was not available. So that does happen from time to time, that you can put in a signal and it may not fit the correct criteria to trade. Okay, so that's basically what you have here on BinaryEduc8.com. If you have not already registered, then you can register now. You can register later. I'll just take you back to the home page for a second. If you haven't registered and you're interested to register now or anytime during the webinar or afterwards, just have the website BinaryEduc8.com with yourself. You click on login or register. When you click on register, it takes you to the page which will explain what the offer is, and we'll take a quick look at what you get. Today we have a special price of only $97. The value is significantly higher. We feel that at this point we're willing to offer it to you for many reasons. One is that we know that the binary market is challenging and that many have already had a hard time in the market. We are going to help you to improve your binary trading, and we are willing to give it to you. The best advertising for us is satisfied customers. You know, if you're satisfied and you tell friends and you post it online and so on and so forth, the value is there. When you're on the registration page, if you follow it down to the bottom, again, it explains what you have, which we've looked through already. The webinar training, the license for the auto trader, the bonuses which we talked about between the videos, the trading strategies, the candlestick book, and when you get to the bottom, all you need to do is click Get Access Now. It will take you to the payment page for PayPal. You do not have to have PayPal to be able to sign up. You look towards the middle of the page. There's an option to pay with credit cards, so you guys are welcome to use your credit cards, and you can go through the payment process, and then you will have the ability to go back to BinaryEduc8.com, the registration page, which will show up, and you just put in the information for the actual registration, and then you're ready to go. As we said, your account will be set up for you. You'll be linked to your account. You make your deposit, and it's that simple. Okay, so that's a basic walkthrough of the auto trader, and just to give you a basic idea of what we're going to be doing in the next 2 webinars, today and the following one, is to really attack some in-depth analysis about binary options, not run-of-the-mill stuff, but real deep analysis, which has been developed not only for binary options. It has been developed for Forex and for trading assets and equities, most of it by Terry, and Terry's experience coming from other areas in the financial world, he has used it and his understanding of binary options to take those strategies, to adjust those strategies, and to make them effective in binary options as well. The things that we'll cover are ideas such as how to use fundamental analysis to boost your win and loss ratio, how to use technical analysis as well for the same results, the importance of understanding the performance attributes of currency pairs in bullish and bearish markets and ranging conditions, merits of live testing, defining precisely the resources that you require in order to ensure success, and explaining what the resources is and why they're important and how they will help you, developing your mindset and adapting your expectations to comply with reality on the process. As we know, and we said in our first meeting, that it's not a 10-minute solution. It's managing your expectations, learning how to get from step to step, how to boost your reward risk ratio so that your success is ensured, introducing other tools and services which will help you to maximize your profits by enhancing your knowledge and your breadth in the binary education and the educate trader. And finally, what makes BinaryEduc8 different, why it's not a scam, and the importance of third-party verification. Okay, guys, so that's where we are now. Again, Terry, our professional trader, really an expert of experts, is going to now take us through some of the fundamentals we have discussed, and we will go through some trades. We will show you how to implement them with the auto trader, and here we go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Robert. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, right. As described, the first webinar emphasized the importance of using an educated approach as opposed to gambling. What I plan to do here is enhance that approach by incorporating the points that Robert has just listed. However, before doing that, I'd like to answer an important question. What do you expect, what you can expect to receive if you subscribe to Binary Educator, and the value of the facilities and services that it provides? I'm going to do this by presenting a live test in front of you. Right, before I do this, I'd just like to introduce you to a couple of the major features of the MT4 platform. You can, this is an important facility which you'll find of great benefit to you even in binary trading. On the BinaryEduc8 website which I've shown you, you'll find a link which you can easily download a copy of the MT4 platform at no cost whatsoever. So use the platform. I've got it opened here. It's showing the US yen 1 hour trading chart. Each candlestick represents 1 hour, and if price is rising, then a blue bullish candlestick is created with the closing price above its opening price. If price is descending, a red bearish candle is created with the closing price below the opening price. right to the latest candle is shown right on the right-hand side, which I don't know if you can see. I can't see it because I've got a panel in front of me. But it shows that the very rightmost candle shows the present price action. Another important feature of the MT4 is it records every tick price movement from the time the account is opened till the present time, which means that you can just quickly quick properties, move that. You can go back and you can examine the price at any time and any date. Okay. Right, so let me just move on to this test. One of the powerful features, before I do that, I'd just like to explain to you that the reason why binary traders, or traders in general, use the MT4 is that binary option brokers, as in general, don't present a very good range of technical indicators. So they get around this problem by using the MT4 platform, because you then have access to a very impressive range of technical indicators, as shown here. Okay, to return to this test, another powerful feature of the MT4 platform is a facility known as the strategic tester. Now, if I go to settings here, right, now imagine, right, you subscribe to BinaryEduc8, and you've been followed, you mastered and followed the lessons, and you've been using the auto trader, as well as all the other services and resources offered by the company. You developed a strategy which incorporates the points that, those advanced points that Robert just introduced. And well, what I've done is I've taken a shortcut here, because I actually developed a strategy during a good part of 2014, which I decided to go live at the end of October. Now, this strategy incorporates all the points that Robert just listed, and you'll be able to do the same if you follow the lessons. These lessons are designed to help you do this. Now, what I've done is I've got that's the name of the what's going to be a problem? That's the name of the strategy. We've got the it trades just the one asset, the dollar yen. We're using the most powerful and most accurate trading model, which is the every tick. I'm using the time from the moment I actually opened the account till last weekend. Is there any way I can get rid of this? Wait a minute. Oh no, I don't know. I can't get to the Robert. I can't get to over here to show. I was going to adjust the price over here. What I'm going to do is I was going to put $100 in to show that you can. All you need to do, if you follow the lessons that we're showing, is you just need to risk. You can risk. Just trade the amount of money that you can afford to lose. So I started with $100, but I think it's going to be at $250. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this start button and set this test in motion. What happens is a blue line will turn up here. You'll almost touch, then retreat, and then come back. At the end, the test will complete. Now, while I'm doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top chart, and I wanted to show you how you can create a high quality, identify a high quality trading opportunities, which you can then use to insert into the BinaryEduc8 auto trader. Yeah, I've got a problem here. I can't get to the right of my chart. So let me see. Right, the first point to realise, and one of the points that was brought up in the list, is it's one way you can reduce the number of losses that you're facing or experiencing is to get an appreciation of the three major types of markets that a price action will move into. One is bullish, the other one is a bearish trend, and the other one is horizontal trading. Now, on this chart, if you can see the full chart, then you'll see that it seems to be suggesting that it's moving in an horizontal channel. However, in order to get a better appreciation, what I do is I go to the longer time frames. I'm trading on a 1 hour chart here, so normally I would go to the weekly chart. So let's press that. Just a moment. Get it back in. Sorry. Okay. Now, over on the right, as far as I can go, you'll see that price is moving in a well-formed, is rising in a well-formed bullish pattern. In a well-formed bullish trend. Now, during such times, you should only activate a trend strategy, and you should only attempt to open up call binary options during this time. In other words, you want to trade with a trend. Just down here, there's a small bearish trend. Now, during this time, again, you want to use a trend strategy, which we'll show you how to do. And also, you only want to open up put binary options. During this period, you see that price is moving in a more horizontal fashion. During this time, you should only attempt to use range trading strategies, but you can, during these conditions, operate put or call both of those binary options. Okay, so we decided, like, say if we, over this side here, we're rising in a bullish, well, let's just take this middle one here, because I've got a screen over here which is stopping me from seeing the right side of the chart. So if we concentrate on this part here, we're moving in a range trading or horizontal pattern. So what we need to do now is go back to the 1 hour chart. And as you can see, we're attempting to go through this part in a horizontal fashion. Now, what you want to do now is you need to base a strategy by selecting a suitable technical indicator. If you're range trading, you need to use anyone under the classification oscillators. If you're trending, then go under trend. So let's go under oscillators for the moment and choose relative strength index. So this is the main parameters. The 14 period is the usual period selected. Also, what you want to do is make sure that you've got these two important levels clearly visible on the chart. So press OK, and the relative strength appears beneath the main trading chart. Now, the relative strength index has gained a great reputation for being able to identify overbought conditions and oversold conditions. An overbought condition occurs when the RSI climbs above the 70 line, which is this one, tops, and an oversold condition occurs when the RSI drops below this level, the 30 level. You get very good trading opportunities occur for put binary options when you notice the SIR, the relative strength going across the 70, topping, and then beginning to drop beneath this level.
Terry, if I can interrupt
yes?
for a second. I know that I'm sorry that there may be some technical difficulties. If the panel is in your way, at the top, you'll see the across the file from the bar, you'll see the little line. If you close it, I think it should minimize it off your screen so that you can actually see the whole screen as you present.
Okay, there's one just there, is it? Okay. Okay, I got it to the other side. That's great.
Okay, go ahead.
That's perfect. Thanks very much, Robert. I really appreciate that. I was getting a bit stuck there. Yeah. So, as I was saying, and a good opportunity for producing call binary options is if you notice the relative strength dropping below the 30 level, bottoming out, and then climbing back above. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in fact, right at the end here, this is the recent action. You can see that the RSI has risen above, topped, and then dropped back. And in fact, we just missed a good opportunity for a put binary option. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this area because I want to show you how you can put in protection to protect yourself from a false trade And I distinguish between false trades and a real break, a real true trade, which will give you a winning result as opposed to a losing one. But before I
Terry,
do that,
Terry,
yes,
if you don't mind, maybe you can explain to the audience when you say a false trade, what's the issue? What will look like a false trade? Why is that an issue? Why are we concerned?
okay, right. A false trade is like, say for instance, now you wanted you notice the price that saw the RSI go above 70. It's beginning to top, and you're looking for it to drop back down. Now, for instance, now if you set a price level just about here, just below the red line, then what would have happened is that candlestick would have activated your trade. But you notice it's a false signal because you had two more bullish trades, which means that these are each 1 hour periods. So if you set an expiry time of 1 hour, you'd have lost because price would have gone back upwards. So what you want to do is we want to put techniques in to filter out those losses, those potential losses, and only activate a trade when you get a real serious bullish candle in this case, and you only activate a put binary option when these conditions exist. And you can see that clearly there, and what you can see now is that this has gone, the bearish trend continues, and you would have made in the next hour passes that's lower than this candle, and you would have made a winning trade. So I'm going to show you into techniques how to do that in a few minutes. But what I want to do before that is I want to just go back to our test here. Now as you see, we've completed the trade, and in fact I did have 250. I'm sorry, I was going to put 100 in, but we got 250, and 250 actually is a good number to put in because this is normally the minimum deposit amount required by most of the binary brokers that Robert introduced you to earlier on. So let's see what's happened. Let me see if I can get this out of the way. Okay, it's gone over there. Now, what we've done is we've designed a strategy, or I designed one, and I've incorporated the concepts that you will learn in the lessons provided by the binary educator. Okay, I've done it from the start. This is actually going to replicate precisely the live trading that I did from the end of October to the end of last weekend. Okay, and then over here we got the 1 hour and the spread. So let's see what happened. If I go to the graph, you see that, I'm sorry about this, but I've got a chart in the way, I've got to keep moving it over, that the strategy has produced an exponential growth period because one of the big features it does, it enhances the power of compound interest. The most powerful force in the universe, according to Albert Einstein, and he certainly knew what he was talking about. If you come across to here, you find, well, it's not showing up, but I can show you a different way. If I go to the results, this shows the entire list of results that were produced during this time. You can see that the first, slide please, there we go. You can see that the first trade was activated on the 29th of October. It was a buy. It resulted in just $30 in profit. The 250 became 280. So if I bring the go right to the bottom, despite two losses at the end, the balance turned into over $140,000. Now, in fact, with my $100, it came to just over 50,000, and I cashed that in last week. The ticks on this and the back the strategy used the exact profile, trading profile, produced by the USD dollar yen from the time I opened the account till last weekend. So these results mirror almost exactly the live trading results that I produced. Now I just want to go on to another point here, is that let's look at the key report of this, because this shows some very powerful features. The first thing, as I did before, unlike many other resources, I don't go and trade every asset under the sun. I just focus on, and my strategy just focused on one asset alone, and that was still capable of producing this type of return. In addition, I only used a small amount of money. I haven't put thousands of dollars in. I just used $100. In this case, on this one, we put that $250. The next point you should note is that the trading period lasted 17 weeks, but I only activated 114 tests during that time, trades. This means that during that time period, I was averaging 7 to 8 trades per week. Now, if you use the lessons supplied by the BinaryEduc8, then they will demonstrate to you how you can focus your attention on these sort of, as opposed to using a widespread, broad-based approach. So what you're doing is you're looking at quality, only opening up quality trades, not huge amounts of weaker trades. Now, if I go to...
So Terry, what we're basically saying is the important is the quality of the trade, not the quantity of trades.
Absolutely right.
Success is not based on placing as many trades as possible, as quickly as possible. As we said in the first webinar, the key is discipline, is knowing what's the correct way to trade, applying that in the right situations, and waiting for those situations, patience, and using that will increase your success.
That's right. And if you use the concepts that you listed, and which are explained in the lessons, then and incorporate that, learn to incorporate into a strategy. That's the exact approach you should use. You don't just spend hours in front of the PC trying to do scalping routines where you're trying to run hundreds of tests and pick out small amounts of profit. You're going to use a very disciplined, educated approach as advised in the first webinar. Now, as you can see here, if you look at this line here, you can see that the win-to-loss ratio of the strategy is almost 70%. Now, a very important feature, which is absolutely extraordinary, is the risk-to-reward ratio achieved by this strategy. Now, binary option brokers, normally, if you open a trade, you're lucky if you get 80% return, which means to say that you've got a risk-reward ratio of 80%. This means that if you risk $100, if you win, you'll get $100 back, $180 back, $80 profit plus your original $100. If you lose, you lose $100. If you work the mathematics out, it means that you need a reward to risk ratio of 56% in order to break even. Now, that's a high call, and only professional traders can do that. However, if you look at these figures here, the largest profit trade is over 14,000. That compares to the largest loss trade of 4,000, just over 4,000. This means that the reward to risk ratio, just using those figures, is over 300%. In addition, if you look at the average profit, it's over 2,000. If you look at the average loss, it's just over 1,000. So this means you, using that criteria, you got a reward to risk ratio of over 200%. The strategies that we...
And Terry,
yep.
Just to explain, I mean, these percentages, this return, translate across to the binary options.
Yes, it does. Platform. Yes, it does. Absolutely. I'm just using this as an example, and sure. We'll go back to in a sec. These do go across the binary options, right? Okay, great. Now, if you use reward to risk ratio of our strategies development at the minimum about 250 to 400, and the lessons will show you how to do this. Now, if you do this, this means that the win-to-loss ratio to break even now drops to the order of 25%, around that region. This means that if you can create parameters like this, your chances of success have been boosted dramatically. The other key feature, if you do study these figures, is the average amount risk per trade. The actual figures show that we're only risking 2% of the entire equity per trade, which is what expert consensus advises. So the whole idea behind what we're trying to do here at BinaryEduc8 is to provide you with the information to enable you to take these approach and produce these type of results, whether it's with binary options or Forex. So in other words, you raise your mindset. Another way to look at it is that this will move you into the elite 5% of traders that make profits trading binary options or the currency markets. The other 95% don't make any money, they lose money. This 5% normally consists of professional traders, large financial institutions, and hedging companies. Now, these organizations have large resources. They devote large resources, financial, technical, whatsoever. They devote this to developing strategies of the one I just showed you. The reason why they do it is because of the fantastic returns you can get if you know what you're doing. You practically will generate your own ATM in your house. As I said, I've just made 50,000. In fact, I wish now I put 250 in because I was taking 140. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to run this test again, but this time I can do it slightly different. That's a 250 in it again. I'm going to run it and I'm going to just turn it to the graph. And what you'll see now in real time is that each trade being activated, they'll start in a few minutes. Now, what you must understand is all I did was put my strategy in. I can't affect these results whatsoever. They're verified, they're third party and verified by MQL5. So you can trust this data. And BinaryEduc8 makes a great emphasis of supporting third-party verification in order to convince you that we're not scamming. A lot of other people, it's very easy these days with a powerful scanner and the editing software to do anything that you want with a bank statement or with trading results. But with these and other advanced third-party verification techniques, we can't do this. So you see what you get. Okay,
Terry,
now while this is cooking...
Terry, if you don't mind, I just want to correct me if I'm wrong. Again, we're not claiming that if you put $250 into binary options, you're going to see returns in these amounts of money. What we're showing you is that these strategies, which can be used by professional traders in trading like this, has the potential to make results in this proportion. Obviously, in binary options, putting in 250 is not going to return you these large sums of money, but we're proving to you that these exact techniques which are used for professional traders to make these kind of returns can be learned and applied to binary options, which Terry will show us soon exactly, to be profitable. I think that's really what we're trying to get across, Terry.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, you hit it on the net. I didn't mean to say you can go and immediately the next day, you know, realize this. What you have to do, as explained in the first webinar, is you've got to devote your time, get your resources together, and you can do that by subscribing to BinaryEduc8, and then focus on learning these lessons. These lessons are designed to show you how professional traders achieve these type of results. You're spot on. I hope I've reiterated what you just said,
Yes.
Robert. But you're
Yes,
exactly.
Terry,
That is an extremely important point. We must point out that.
And we will show them how to apply these strategies to create signals in the binary world to put into the auto trader and to therefore execute and have this performance for you to grow your balance slowly. Again, as we said, we're not doing quantity of trades, we're doing quality of trades. Your performance will be at a level which will sustain growth in your binary account.
You couldn't have said it better, Robert. That's precisely what we're trying to do. Now, let me just go back to the top part now, the trading chart, and let's have a look again at the. As I said, what I was trying to do is show you how to produce a quality, identify a quality trading opportunity. define the details so you can put into the binary educator auto trader. And as we said, we're looking for um, a put binary option because the RSI has passed over 70 and is looking to drop. Now, the way to find out a good entry point is what you do is you try to locate the bullish candle which has hit the highest level. We identified it there, and as you said, what we need to do is look at the lowest value. I don't know if you can notice it says 119.479, the low value of that candlestick. Now, what a lot of professionals and we do is a quick way to identify a good value for an entry criteria is for a put binary option is to subtract 20 pips from that value. Okay, a pip is with the USD yen is 0.01. So it's the lowest increment. So in this case, what you're looking at is a value of the low value there of 119.47, knock 20 off, round it down to, and we'll call it 119.25 so I can remember it easily. Now, let me show the impact of this. If you do that, by putting that subtraction in, you can give yourself some protection from this fake out. In other words, what's happened here, you're trying to protect yourself from price dropping below the value but bouncing back up. What you're looking for is a clean breakdown. I'll also show you very shortly some more other techniques that will enable you to refine this figure even further. But let me just for a moment say, right, let's just see the impact of this 20 pips. If you look now, we're looking at the entry condition will now be 119.25. Now with this candle, which caused it to drop down, the lowest value that you'll note, if I go pick it up, oh, so there it goes, is the low value, as you can see, is 119.42. This means that if you did that, but subtracted the 20 pips off, you would not have activated a trade here. So you would not have recorded a loss. However, when this trade occurred, you can see the low drop down to 119.05, which is well below the 1.25. It means the trade had been activated and you'd have gone on to do a profit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is let's show you how to. We're going to put this information now into the BinaryEduc8 auto trader. So if
Okay,
I bring that up,
Terry, just would like to let the audience know that a couple of things. Obviously, there's a lot of information here, technical information. We will have questions and answers when Terry is ready, and feel free at any time to drop any questions you have. We'll try to address as many as possible. And again, you can email me later. I will put my email address in afterwards with any other follow-up questions, and we will do our best to respond in a quick and efficient manner.
Yes, of course. I appreciate that. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I'm just trying to introduce some concepts.
And Terry, it's not a concern because we will have this once you register for the members area. All previous webinars will be available for replay. You can watch them, you can pause them, you can rewind them, you can take the information, use them as you develop trades to put into the auto trader, and again, you will have it then.
Yeah. Right, I just want to finish off by just, because we're covering a lot of information here, I'm just trying to show the audience what they can expect if they join up with BinaryEduc8, the type of information, the value of the lessons that they'll be provided with, as well as this powerful tool which enables the trading process to be almost, practically automated.
Absolutely, and I'd like to just say, Terry, the knowledge that you have, and I think we've said this, 15 years of trading, I'm sure there were trials and errors, and what we're giving you is we're giving you that experience in an organized fashion in a way that you can actually learn the 15 years, obviously not in 15 minutes, as we've said many times, but in a shorter period of time so that you will be able to improve your trading at a faster pace than the normal trader, given the information by somebody who has the experience.
That's the objective. You got a spot on there, Robert. That's exact objective what we're trying to do. What the audience need to understand is they need to adjust their mindset so they aren't looking at all these scamming emails that come on that promise wealth in a few minutes. That is not going to happen. You're going to have to devote time which you can shorten using these lessons, and the resources and facilities offered by the company. But it will take you months or so to get a hang of it. But as I demonstrated, you don't need to invest huge amounts of money. If you get a good strategy, you can develop it properly. It only requires a small amount of money, and it's focused on just you trading one asset at a time, and focusing on high quality trading opportunities. I'd just like to finish here by just showing you.
Terry, if you don't mind, I just see a question from the Quincy. I apologize for interrupting.
No problem, go ahead.
That asked this question. Question again, if we could just explain one more time quickly. What kind of chart is this? I mean, again, it's based in MetaTrader 4, correct? And if you could just quickly just explain basically what we're looking at.
Okay, this is a this is the let me just move this over again. This is the USD yen chart, yen chart. Okay, it's a 1 hour chart, as denoted by the H1 there, and it shows the candlestick, which is a very famous trading pattern. Now each candlestick.
Terry, the candlestick book that we have for you available as one of the bonus resources was developed by Terry for us. Has a lot of useful information. It will teach you exactly how to read candlesticks, what the different candlesticks means, the different formations, the different colors, the different wicks as we call them. It's a great resource which will help you to interpret these charts as you go through them.
That's quite right, Robert. That's exactly what it does. And candlesticks give you a very good idea, just a visual idea of how price is moving and advancing. And a candlestick is based, comprises 4 elements: the opening price, closing price, its highest price, and lowest price. Sorry, what's the highest? I'm talking here about a bearish candlestick. It's the reverse for the bullish. So so that's what you've got. And each candlestick on this chart represents a 1 hour, the trading results achieved over 1 hour. As I said, in order to refine this 20 pips arbitrary value and improve your detection of high quality opportunities, you could use fundamental analysis to do this. The way you can do this is, we'll show you this over time, over the months, of course. If you go back over the pattern, over the history that you've got installed on your account, then you can inspect a candlestick, and if you note the time, which in this case is the 24th of February, and it occurred at 7 o'clock. Now this larger one occurred at on the same day at 10 o'clock. Now what is available, and we can provide you links to this, is there's a lot of resources, many brokers do it, provide you with economic calendars, which actually show the key economic events that will be released by the major nations in the world. You know, the Europe, Britain, USA, China, Japan, etc. Now, if you check these charts, what you'd find, I was going to bring it up actually, but I can't because I can't get to the chart. But if I explain, what you'd find is that the USA, in this case, because we're trading the USA and the yen, we're interested in those releases produced by America, North America, and Japan. The reason why we're introducing these is because these events can produce very large movements, and they're the ones we're after. So here you see, like at 10 o'clock, In fact, the USA released a major data release at that time at 10 o'clock precisely, and that's what produced this down path. Now, what this means is that if you can get like by doing a bit of studying, get an understanding of the times, you can use this to filter out losing trades, because this one at 7 o'clock, the USA does not release any information till after 8 o'clock. 8:30 is usually starting time, AM EST. So what you could do is, like, you can do your analysis, see this goes above, and then enter your trading information into the binary educator after 8 o'clock. So just after 8 o'clock, you could put that information in, and you can optimize your chances of getting wins as opposed to losses. The final point I'll bring up, you can also do the same as with technical analysis. If you go back for the chart again, studying all the times when you see the RSI going over the line and beneath it, you'll detect that quite often the best chances are with this is that there's a much the candlestick is much larger, comprising larger number of pips than the smaller, the losing one, the fake out. So what you're looking at here, that's created by this. There's a larger acceleration rate going through this period as opposed to that one. So what you can do is go back and use these shorter time frames, and what you do is you can detect by going through those. You can optimize this arbitrary value I gave you of 20 pips over time, so that you can home in to identifying the best quality trading opportunities and produce, that's what we've done, because we've used all these processes, win to loss ratios of 70% or plus. Okay, well, I hope I haven't confused everybody. I've gone too fast, but I'm trying to, in this webinar, just ease you in to what is available and what BinaryEduc8 is open to intend to do over the next months or so to provide you the access of information to enable you to gain strategies, devise them or whatever, that professional traders use in order that you can obtain these results. And as Robert quite rightly said, I've been at it for 15 years, and I can assure you it took me quite a lot of that time before I started to master these techniques. But I persevered, which there was 4 concepts that was identified in the first webinar that you need to be successful at any type of trading. There's perseverance, commitment, dedication, and I can't remember the other one. But you need these 4 parameters, and perseverance. You need to persevere with this study. If you do, the rewards are vast. Okay, well, can I hand it back to you, Robert? If there's any questions, I'll be very pleased to answer if we can.
Sure. So we have some questions. I'd like to ask them now, as we are at the point where I think they're best answered. We did show the presentation based on the USD JPY, but the question is, in general, as we know, we do have 10 to 12 assets at any time available. Hopefully there will be more. What are the best currency pairs to trade using these strategies?
Okay, well, again, with the MT4 platform, you can access any of these, the 12, by clicking the new chart button and going down the charts. You've got more here, and you can find the 12 that are actually supported by the auto trader. The best strategies to trade when you start off are the actual majors. There's 5 of them. There's the Euro USD, the US Yen, the British Pound Sterling, the Aussie, the Australian USD, and the USD CAD, the Canadian dollar. The reason for this is that the spread values are much lower. There's much more information about these assets, as most traders have traded them and focused on them. Another important point is that the liquidity of these five is much greater than other more exotic assets. This means that there are far more traders trading these assets, and you can always find someone support the other side of your trade, which can be important. This means that if you execute a trade, you can expect it to be executed immediately. In some cases, if you're doing a more exotic trade, you find that if it hasn't got so much liquidity, you might find the slippage in the execution time, and you want to try and avoid that if possible. So to begin with, the five major currency pairs are the best to focus on.
Okay, great. A couple of other questions which will help us to understand and determine. Um, we did discuss the idea that the best expiry is, a minimum of an hour, and I was hoping you could explain to the audience why that's the best expiry time to select, and again, how that helps in the results of the trades.
Okay, the point to realise, if you use the smaller hours, which is the well publicised, like the 60 seconds, you must understand that the formations become less reliable because they've been created by noise. In addition, the statistics behind in the indicator you use deteriorates dramatically. So because again they're working off noise. So whereas you can assume that this is a good pattern with the hourly chart, if the lower you go down, you get less reliability. So the quality of the trading chart deteriorates. I normally use the hour supported by the upper ones, like as I showed you, the weekly, because I found that I can still identify good quality trades. A lot of traders, they go for higher the values and get good results as well. A lot of professional traders do that. But the reason is that you want to go from the hour upwards is that you want to have confidence in the patterns that you see, and that of the price action, and also of the quality of the readings that you're seeing from the indicators that you choose. This is very important because this will eventually contribute highly to the quality of your trading opportunities that you detect. And after all, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a win-to-loss ratio as high as you can. And we have got ones above 75%, for instance. But anything above 60 is very good. So that's what you're after. Marky, if you've got reward risk ratios of over 400%, then you can still break even with a win-to-loss ratio of 20 and make profits above that. So, it's a combination of both factors. I hope I answered that question okay?
Yes, absolutely, Terry. As we said, as we both have mentioned, because we know how important it is in terms of discipline, and I think with any trading activities, money management is very important. The question was asked, how much should I risk per trade? I don't know that the answer is necessarily in a dollar amount. It's obviously probably based on how much you are willing to invest in the activity in general. But I was hoping to have your opinion on, as we look at the amount to use per trade, what should we be looking at in terms of money management?
Okay. The answer to that is expert consensus say that you should not risk more than 2% per trade. I can explain the rationale behind that by this example. For instance, if you risked 10% and you suffered 10 consecutive losses, you would lose in the region of about 78% of your entire equity at the end of that sequence. In comparison, if you risk 2% and you suffered the same sequence of 10 consecutive losses, you'd still be left with about 84% of your account. In other words, you'd only lost 16%. So basically, if you can keep your levels down to that, your risk levels, then it gives excellent protection for your equity, and it provides a longer lifetime of your original deposit, so you can master the techniques that you're you're trying to master, like the ones I've just shown, without having to refresh your account on a continuous basis. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to put an amount in, and you want to get the maximum use out of it. If you can't make a profit, then you want to use it to extend and improve your knowledge for the greatest amount of time as possible. So that's the rationale behind it. That's why 2% is the usual recommended amount.
Okay, so
2% of your equity.
so being that said, it's important to make sure, based on trade amounts, that you, as you get more comfortable, that you invest the proper amount of equity, capital, to be able to achieve your goals. Question was asked, Terry, in terms of techniques that we're learning and we're going to be teaching, is there a way that we know what to start first? Which one should I focus on? Is there a progression through techniques in terms of developing our approach to using techniques? I mean, where should we start, and where should we be moving in terms of implementation of techniques?
Um, what I've done is I've listed that, as you stated, those major key points at the start of this webinar. What I could do is I could identify those, the ones of those which I'd focus on first. What I would do to start off with is to go back to webinar 1 and just look at that breakout strategy that was first introduced, because that was done. That's a nice, easy strategy, and it shows you how to start implementing strategies all the way from so that you can derive a quality entry criteria for high quality trading opportunities, and to insert them into the binary auto trader, which will then automate all the process for you. So you don't have to sit in front of the PC for hours at end.
Okay,
Now,
great.
once you've gone through that, once you've done that, what I would do then is I would look at that next point of working out, recognizing when price is moving in a bullish trend or a bearish one, or when it's moving in a horizontal pattern. There's a number of videos that have been designed, as Robert showed in on the dashboard, and this will give you a lot of examples of the best indicators to trade and the best strategies to try under all those conditions. That's where I'd start first of all.
Thank you, Terry. That's great. Just one more question, which is actually a great question, which is one I wanted to address, and I'm really thankful for Amandeep for asking this question, which is a binary options question in general. The question was, is it a good idea to get bonuses with your deposit? And Terry, I'll tell you my opinion. It's actually a great question. There are some drawbacks to bonuses in binary options that not all brokers will actually explain to you when they give you a bonus. The drawback to a bonus can be that in order to earn your bonus, you need to trade a certain number of times the value of the bonus. Being that said, if you are in the binary options to make your $250, $500, $1,000 deposit, and as Amandeep just mentioned, most brokers have requirements of 20, 30 times of your bonus in order to earn the bonus and therefore be able to withdraw your funds. So if your approach is to get into binary options and to make a few quick trades and take advantage of the bonus, and if you're successful to withdraw your money, meaning that you're in for the short term, I would actually suggest against taking a bonus, because it will have repercussions that are not for what you're looking for. However, Amandeep, if you are in it for the long haul and you deposit enough capital, again, bonuses with brokers usually is on your first deposit. So if you're willing to invest the capital with a broker and you're willing to take what we're teaching you here and be in it for the long haul and turn your funds and make trades, again, not necessarily quantity, but quality trades, and you're willing to be willing to have to understand that it will take time for you to actually earn your bonus, because that's the question. If you're willing to put the time and you're trading and you're learning and you're gaining value, then there is a value to a bonus. But if again, if that's not your approach, I actually would stay away from the bonuses. Um, Terry, uh, amazing information, a lot to digest. Remember, guys, that this once you register for the site, these will be available for you. Again, to watch again, to review. You can again go through it, make sure you understand the concepts. For the candlestick reading, take a look at the candlestick chart. For strategies, take a look at the strategy guide, and this will help you again to grow your knowledge. Um, so I'm sorry, I just would like to Terry, thanks again. I'm going to take the screen back. And again, I hope everybody can appreciate the expertise we have heard today. We will continue with webinars and training to apply more techniques, more strategies, and continue on this path. Just want to take you back again, those of you who are, again, obviously have registered with the BinaryEduc8 package, the secret formula for success. Hope that you are, have already seen the value. I hope that with this information you see the value of moving forward. If you've made a deposit already, it's time to get trading. Again, use discipline, use the techniques, review the webinars, develop your trades, have a look at them, make sure that they fit the criteria, and you'll be on your way. For those of you who have not registered, you can again come to the page, which we'll put the URL now. John, if you don't mind, if you could drop the URL in, where you can actually get to the page where you can, again, when you scroll down to the bottom, if you look here, again, it will go through what we said before, what you're getting. You click on Get Access Now, and you can, again, it's only $97. The value, I hope you see, is much more than $97. This gives you access. This gives you access to webinars, videos, and so on and so forth. And the value is incredible. Again, once you register, you will see on the bottom of the payment page, it will say go back to BinaryEduc8. Please don't miss this point. This is very important. Click on the go back to BinaryEduc8. It will then give you the ability to register with your information with the auto trader, and therefore you will be able to start doing your trading. Again, those who are registered or will be registering, don't forget that once you're in, you can pick a broker. We will auto register you with a broker that we feel is a good fit. Does not mean that you have to use that broker. We have a nice selection of brokers, which we will be adding more as we build our relationships with them, understand their approach, understand that they're there for their traders, and you will, again, the selection will grow. Again, once you have registered with the broker, it's really easy to make your deposit. You just click on the deposit button on the website. It'll open up the broker for you. You go to the deposit, you log in with the same username and password you used to register for the auto trader, and you make your deposit. The funds will show up in your auto trade dashboard, and then really you are ready to go. So I would like to thank everybody for joining us today. I would like to thank Terry again for his expertise and his guidance. We'd like to
Pleasure.
welcome you back in the future to the continued education. And if you have any questions or concerns, I will put my email address in the chat box. I am available for your questions, concerns, and so on. If you have suggestions that you think will be helpful in the future, and any other comments you have, please feel free to email me at any time. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I am also available on Skype, and I'll put my Skype. It's robert.binaryeducate. If you have Skype, please add me. I'm available, and we're here for you. Really, your success is what we want. We want you to be successful. We want you to realize the value. And again, the best marketing is a satisfied customer. As you learn, as you're successful, share with others, post online. And again, Terry mentioned, there's all these great, I like to call them scams because what they are, you get an email, it tells you you're going to make, $3,000 tomorrow, in a month you'll make 60,000, and look at my bank account, it's 1 million. These are people who are making believe that they are giving you signals, okay? They're not professional traders. If you ask me, I don't even know how they come up with their signals. They're not winners. They're auto traders that are built without really caring about the customer. They're built for marketing purposes. We're not giving you that. What we're giving you is the ability to learn, to grow, to build your knowledge, and to create your own signals with information, again, from people like Terry with 15 years of professional trading experience, who've been through the goods and the bads and have refined their skills to the point where they actually win 70, 80% of their trades. They are successful. We've seen the returns that Terry has shown us. These can be achieved by you. And as we said, Terry, again, let's just make the point, 15 years is a long time. We can do this in less than 15 years. Again, we can't do it in 15 minutes.
That's absolutely correct.
So again, thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us. We look forward to your comments, your emails, to joining us on Skype. And we will see you again soon. There will be one more webinar scheduled shortly. We will email you and keep you in the loop, as they say. Again, visit the website, BinaryEduc8.com. Make sure that you're signed up and make your deposit, get ready to trade. If there's something you'd like to see added to the site in terms of resources, please email us. We're happy to listen to any suggestion. Again, the most important thing to us is you guys, that you have what you need to be successful. We will do the best we can to take your suggestions and again, improve the offering for you, improve the education, give you what you need, and again, grow together in our success in binary trading. Guys, be well, have a great weekend, and thank you for joining us.